You know, I've been part of this fanboy war, the console wars, this war, that war, everything's war. So at the end of the day, nothing really surprises me anymore. But seeing years later, kind of the other side of this, it is a little bit funny. I don't think all PlayStation people are doing this. Most people don't really care. A lot of people were in the know and knew that the Death Stranding stuff was going to happen since the beginning. Anyway, when it comes to this type of thing, I think that there's a certain type of hardcore fan that really is the one that's going to care the most, you know, and that sucks, you know what I mean? It definitely does suck. I can understand where people are coming from with the betrayal stuff, but if you really do go look at the initial Death Stranding announcement, it was announced, before it was even called Death Stranding, Kojima had announced that it was going to be a PS4, PC exclusive, so, console exclusive anyway, so, yeah. That doesn't come much of a surprise. So the thing that does come as a surprise is there's a lot of PlayStation fans or Sony fans boycotting PS4. They're saying they're not going to buy a PS5. They started petitions over Death Stranding to keep it on PlayStation only. And they're saying that they're switching to Xbox. Now, I don't think this is some huge number of people, right? Like, don't get me confused. I don't think that this is some huge number of millions and millions of people. But there is probably some contempt there for some people that realistically are very upset and feel a certain kind of way about this kind of stuff, and I do get that. But at the same time, I think that, you know, it's just one of those things where you have to kind of deal with it and just kind of move on from it. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what's going to happen in the future? You know, maybe Sony will want to dabble a little bit more in the PC market later on. I don't really know. I'm not really sure what this deal entails. Some people I've heard say that Sony owned the IP Death Stranding. Some people said no. Some people say that Sony's not going to get anything from the PC side of this. Some people say they will. I don't really know. Like, if Sony were, you know, publishing this on PC, they have published some games on PC before. It seems like that would be something that they would do. But the fact that 505 Games is doing it and it might be an Epic Store timed exclusive, that doesn't really say much for Sony allowing it or doing this. So I'm not really sure what the deal is. They have mentioned that they were going to possibly do that with some games in the future. So we'll have to see how it works out and see how that sort of pans out for everybody. You know, I really do think that it's one of those things where Sony probably is going to put their foot in the water a little bit, but we're still going to have to wait and see how that works out, like, long term for them. At the end of the day, for me, it doesn't make much of a difference. I knew that particular game. If I'm a Sony guy, and I'm not really technically, but if I were, I honestly would not worry about anything until you see stuff like Uncharted or God of War, some of these bigger titles, first party, mind you, end up on PC, especially day and date. Because even this one, you still have that timed exclusivity. Even if I had a problem on the Xbox side with day and date, like I've complained about it before. Like, I do think that Game Pass day and date is stupid, and I think that PC day and date is stupid. Like, let the console owners have something for, 3-6 months to make them feel special for spending money on your console. You know what I mean? It just makes the most sense to me. But I would love your guys' thoughts and opinions on this. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.